My name is K. Anurag Madhava, 18BEC0150, A2 slot, serial number 20. This is my digital assignment 2, paper selected, improvement of spatial reuse throughout using Osmo protocol in virus ad hoc networks. This is my first question. Explain how the selected paper related to COA, syllabus and curriculum. Wireless networks present several issues for the network designer that are quite different from their wire counterparts. An impairment that is due to the broadcast medium transmissions may result in the interference at the receiving nodes. In networks that do not employ code division multiple accesses, medium access control protocols such as IEEE. This is my second question. Draw the existing architectures discussed in the paper using appropriate raster graphics editor software in encapsulated PostScript file format. This is my diagram. We move on to third question. Draw the tabulated results and graphs using Microsoft Office suite in encapsulated PostScript file. These are the parameters and default values: data rate, simulation duration, warm-up time, routing protocol, channel model, RTS, threshold, transmission ratios. Draw the proposed architectures discussed in the paper using diagrammating and vector graphics application software in encapsulated PostScript file format. This is my proposed architecture discussed in the paper. Move on to the fifth question. Draw the transistor level internal diagrams using electronic schematic capture and stimulation tools in an encapsulated PostScript file. This is my transmission level internal diagrams using electronic schematic capture and simulation tools using EPS file format. Move on to next question. Compare the proposed architectures with the existing architecture in your reference books. A timer at the primary transmitter is set to expire upon completion of the secondary handshaking. Note that its ATV timer will not be set during the transmission of the secondary handshaking. We note that this differs from the typical NAV implementation of IEEE 802.11 protocol. When the timer expires, it transmits its data frame to the primary receiver. The secondary transmitter starts its overlap transmission after the commencement of the primary transmission. Its overlap delay 0 is designed to allow the secondary receiver to acquire the timing and phase of the primary transmission, which greatly simplifies the IC mechanism at the PHY. It does not ensure perfect symbol or phase of the primary and secondary transmissions at the secondary receiver. The format of the overlapped data frame is the same as the data frame. The secondary receiver cancels the interference and recovers the overlapped data. This phase is illustrated in the following diagram, which depicts a node B receiving on O data frame, which cancels out the interference caused by C transmission. Note that the secondary transmission is allowed to terminate 1 second after the end of the primary transmission. This is my next question. List the advantages of the proposed design over existing design. Since the secondary receiver has no causal knowledge of the primary transmission, it can mitigate the inference due to the primary transmitter and receiver the intended message. However, the secondary transmission causes inference possibility to several primary transmissions. We evaluate the amount of the inference that a secondary transmission may cause at the primary receiver and suggest how this inference can be controlled by adapting the power level of the secondary transmission to meet the specified signal to inference ratio. And outage requirements are by careful selection of the secondary transmitter. This is my next question. List the merits and demerits of the proposed and existing techniques hardware. Merits of the existing technique. The power efficiency calculator for the single axis solar tracker is said to be 25% more than that of the fixed amount. Demerits of the proposed technique. The power output for the dual axis and the fixed movement panel are tabulated for a single day. The average power values prove that the dual axis panel produces more than that of the fixed amount and the single axis tracking technique. This is my next question. List of the applications of the proposed design. This paper developed overlapped transmission schemes to enhance the spatial reuse and throughput of wireless networks. By taking advantage of the priori knowledge of the inferring packet, the receiver can employ a simplified IC scheme to receive a packet in the presence of inference. It is analyzed some of the factors that limit the use of overlap transmissions in an AD. This is my last question. Draw the flow chart or algorithm or transistor level circuit proposed in the design in encapsulated PostScript file format. This is the diagram. Wait carrier signal. Carrier send RTS. CTS received. Send data. Receiver ACK. And then CTS received. Turn to data channel and resend RTS. Reset back off CW and RTS received. Wait for a back off time. Tune to control channel. Thank you.